Namaste
Namaste
Techies!
Techies.
Namaste
Namaste
Anoop!
Harjit.
Oh man, every single time. I don't know why I can't stop laughing. Every intro, I cannot stop laughing. It's too good.
That is probably our trademark.
Yeah, we start on a wish and we start laughing.
Yeah.
Hey, it's you know what? It's the best way to kick off each YouTube video, right? I mean,
Yeah.
happiness. So, anyways,
It is always positive energy coming out of us, right?
yes, exactly. Positive. That's all we think about. You hang out with positive people, you become positive, you give back positive. Life is good, right?
Agree. Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, we almost coordinated with our shirts too, except that you got red in there. So we'll have to like
Yeah.
maybe maybe we need to make some Namaste Techies uniforms,
Uniforms. Yeah. I was thinking about that.
our own shirts. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gonna come. It's
And
gonna come.
we should merchandise it, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes. Of course. Oh my God, too good, too good. All right, my friend. So, what do we got today? What do we want to talk about?
Let's talk about Intune today, right?
Intune.
Something from the client side of Intune, right?
Okay. So, devices managed by Intune.
Devices managed by Intune, and we will talk about the logs, the
Oh,
famous logs, event logs,
oh,
or whatever we can show, right?
right,
Let's
right.
see.
Let's see what we can do, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, when you're coming from the config manager side of things, config manager is full of logs, right? Like super full of logs. Not only on the server side, but on the client side too. Uh, so
we
let's see what
cannot
we can
live
find on the Indian side.
we cannot live without looking into the logs. If you are an SSEM or config manager admin, you might have gone through thousands of logs, right?
Right.
So let's talk about the simple stuff, right? So this is all about Intune client side kind of troubleshooting, and what are the ways to troubleshoot, and what are the best ways to easiest ways to way to troubleshoot. So we are not touching the portal today. So everything is
Right.
Windows 11, and we are going to take the logs from Windows 11 device, which is managed
Device.
by Intune, right?
Yeah.
So,
Even
so
even though there is mechanisms inside of Intune to get logs as well on
yeah,
devices. So
yeah. So let's go to the settings app and go to our accounts and access work or school. That is the place you want to be if you want to collect some logs. First thing, you can export the logs if you want. For example, this is option, right? And you have a path over here. Normally
yes.
they should provide Microsoft should enable a link over here. If I just click on that link, it should redirect to that would be an ideal scenario, but that is not there. Probably we might need to request a feature. We might need to put that into a feature request. Then probably if we can get a lot of votes, then yeah, exporting it. Hopefully that is working. Let me try. I did click on export button, but I don't know why it is not ping. Let me try. Think think is okay. I need to put my username and password in. I think maybe Ah, this is MFA.
Wow.
How secure is my test environment? So I need to open my iPhone and
It'll
I
be
need to.
it'll be even more secure if you cannot log in at all.
Yeah, that. Because okay. um, what happened? Okay, let's
Well, it's syncing right
let,
now, so
yeah, it is syncing. So
it
let
did
it
go to
complete. Yeah.
yeah.
Now let's go back to work or school and try to export it again. And let's look at this particular application for the MDM diagnostic, right? MDM diagnostics can be collected from the portal. It's also, as Harjit mentioned, right?
Hmm.
Uh, so let's go back and see. I can type it if I can type it. I don't like typing it, but users document. There is documents. Okay, public documents and then diagnostic.
Yep, there it
This is the
is.
cap L which we exported now from this place, right? And this cap L got lot of information, right?
Lots
If
of
you
stuff in there.
open this,
Yes.
yeah. So if you don't know where to look, what to look, then yeah, you have to learn it. No other choice,
For example, you
right?
can click on the one with the HTML there. Yeah,
Yeah,
launch that.
this is the first thing I think you can look into. I think before that we need to extract it or probably
Unzip.
yeah unzip it. What I'm going to do is going to copy this and paste it somewhere here.
Yep,
See, I
the
was
brand new.
struggling for
I
context
had the same
menu.
same thing too when I first started using Windows 11. I'm like,
Yeah,
where's the copy and paste?
yeah. Context menu. This is the magic of context menu in Windows 11. If you want to show more, you can say show more, and then you will get paste option.
You can do the old style. Yes, the
Yeah,
legacy.
all right. Now let's open this HTML and see. Yeah, I want to use Edge. That is my favorite browser. Right?
Such a liar.
No. I do have Chrome, but I do only that
I do
for
like Edge too. I use Edge a lot. That's my
I
primary.
yeah. I use only Chrome for developer kind of tools, right? If I want to trace something, etc., right? Then only I use Chrome. Otherwise, it is all. So this is the basic report, and you can see PC name, edition, etc. It says Windows 10,
You can
but
see the
don't worry about that.
CSPs and all that. Yep.
Yeah, but this is not Windows 10. This is Windows 11. Trust me, because
Yeah.
see, see, this is Windows 11.
Well, it says 10.022.
Yeah, the
That's the Windows
version, the
11.
build is perfect. That is
Yeah.
the Windows 11 one. Okay. And you can see all the details like management server, Intune server, right? All those details are here. Here you can see the certificate um, applied to this particular device, Windows 11 device, and all the other things, right? Provisioning
Hmm.
details, device details, and then here comes
The
the part,
policies. Yeah.
the cloud GPOs, right? The new fancy name, right?
Yeah.
Cloud GPOs, or you can see say MDM policies or
MDM
Windows,
policies. Yeah.
yeah, or CSP. Right? It is all CSP, isn't it? So you can see all these details, right? What is the current value? This is very useful in terms of troubleshooting, right? You
Hmm.
want to see what is happening over here, what is the thing, and there are some magics, right? You can copy this and paste. Going to try something which is I never tried before. I in this way, so I'm going to try regedit, regedit, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to search going to go to local user and search with that particular thing. I don't know whether it will come up or not. It won't come because the format is different. But let's give a try and then go back to this, and we'll check that later, right?
Yeah.
So um, better to try this one, right? With the value of
Mhm.
policy name or something like that. That would return better results and locations, etc. Right. So these are the
Yeah.
policy details, and you can see. You want to say something? Sorry.
No, no, no. It's fine. Yep.
So yeah, a lot of policies are here. So you need to identify which policy. If you are troubleshooting for some of the policies, you need to identify that particular policy and then find out what is the value, etc. Then you can
Right.
confirm it with registry if you want. And there's a best tool available, right? Control F. You do
Yes.
Control F,
Do a search.
and if you want to search, yeah, that is the best one, right? So
Yeah.
natural tool.
And also, as we can see, you still haven't gone through the entire page. I mean, you're still way at the top. There's a tons and tons and tons of information in this particular report itself. Um, right now, you're not even halfway through. You can see things here like you know block policies and whatnot, and unmanaged policies and everything else. So back to the cap file, there are um, other information as well you can get from the cap file, right? Um, so
Event
sometimes you'll
logs are
use this,
here.
right, and sometimes you'll use this MDM diagnostics tool to troubleshoot things like for autopilot, provisioning and things like that as well. There is also a command line you can run this, right? The MDM diagnostics tool.exe is built into the OS to get you pretty much the same cap file. Um, so multiple ways of doing it. I think we should jump on the event viewer. Just show them where the
Yeah, see this thing came up, right?
yeah. So it
And
did find it.
yeah, I did find it. That's a magic, right? If you
Yeah.
want to if you want to find some details, and this is I think this is the correct place. Policy
Yeah.
manager, providers, and then this is the GUID for that device
Hmm.
object. And in the devices, you can see Internet Explorer related policies. So
Yeah.
you can check all the policies available and which are the config enabled one, which are the disabled one. So it is really interesting. So we covered one more part, that is registry kind of troubleshooting, right?
Yep.
If you want to do registry kind of troubleshooting, you can go over here and you can troubleshoot on particular registry path,
Yeah.
and you would be able to see the user based policies as well as the device based policies. So this GUID, I think this is for the user based policies. So you can
Yes.
see Office 365 policies I have deployed to the users. That is why it is showing up over here. The
Mm.
device-based policies are over here. So we have covered that also, right? This is
Yeah.
kind of a bit advanced kind of troubleshooting. Yeah, but you
Well,
know
yeah.
what to do now. Let's go to event logs.
Event
Have
viewer.
sorry, event viewer, and then go to event logs, which is particularly for this is the normal Windows
That's
logs
the
where you can
typical
see
place we normally check for, yeah, your regular
application
Windows.
logs,
Yeah.
securities.
But
This
that's not
is
where the logs are
useful.
for Intune stuff.
This
Yeah.
is sometimes useful. For example, there are some Win32 applications which you need to
Hmm.
deploy, isn't it? In that scenario, these logs are still event logs are still applicable for
Yeah.
IME, right? Intune management extension kind of deployments, etc.
Right.
Those things are logged over here, but it won't be useful to look. I won't suggest to look into this event log for that. We will show you what are the exact logs which you want to look, and what is the exact location of that logs, etc. in a bit. So hold on to it. Let's go and open up this application and services log and go
Yeah.
to Microsoft and then go to Windows because MDM. We are going to look into the MDM logs, and
Yes,
MDM is part of Windows, right? It is not an additional agent like configuration manager. It is part of Windows 10 and Windows 11, right? So go to devices. Uh, where is it? Okay, the biggest one under the devices, right? That is the tip I can provide, right? If you don't
yeah,
want to read, that's fine, right? But that is the device management enterprise diagnostics provider. Okay,
exactly. And if you expand that, yeah,
yeah, interesting one. Autopilot. Autopilot is also here. I hear a lot of news buzz about autopilot nowadays. Okay, anyways, that's a different story altogether. Okay, uh, so let's try to I don't know, find out something interesting over here, right? My favorite I event IDs are 81814, right? If I check that 814, you can see ah policy details are coming up here. Outlook policy, it is deployed to a user. That is why it says current user, isn't it? It
yeah,
says current user, and this is the use GUID we saw in the registry, isn't it?
yeah,
And this is disabled. This particular value is disabled. Add people mail. Okay, so this is for this particular feature. It is disabling this particular feature. Add people mail to the safe sender list. So that is disabled by this particular policy for that particular user. Okay, and junk mail. All those options are all those options are part of this particular policy. So that is deployed. That is why I searched for 814. You can see over here 814, and there is one more 815. I think I don't know. I don't remember exactly. Probably
yeah. You got some errors there.
that is 455. I was searching for 815. It is interesting. 815 is coming up. But let's look at some of the logs, right? Sorry, some of the errors. This is fake policy, so you can ignore it. This is from Windows 10. That is why we say from the code perspective, Windows 10 and Windows 11 code perspective, it is all same. Okay. GUI, graphics, everything is changed. But from a code MDM perspective, it is using the same thing, right? Same codes. That this is the event logs. Now I think you got a grasp on it, right? What is event logs? How to check it? And you can sort it with event log IDs if you want, and you can search it if you want, right? As I showed.
Yeah,
So that was all about event log. Now let's go back to the main thing which we tried initially, right? And that was asking us for sync, and I provided MFA, etc. So let's go to the info. Try whether something is happening over here. Let's show something here. Let's
it has a create a diagnostic report there.
yeah, we have did that, and once we start sync, it will uh, show us some notification over here. So let's try that quickly. So I'm syncing now. Let's minimize this and sync. See, new events are available.
Yeah,
Don't miss this. So this is one more tip. If you see new events are available, then you need to refresh it. This is not CM trace automatic. It won't automatically get refresh, right? So uh, you need to refresh it. Then only you will see the latest logs, and even you can see now. If I have another new event log now. If you want to check that what is happening, then you need to refresh it again, right? So again, I have, because the sync is going on. still sync is going on. So
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
why it is getting refreshed and the new events are created,
yeah.
getting created. That is about MDM side of it. Let's quickly move on to
But
the hmm?
IME.
Yeah, IME, right? Intune Management Extension. So Intune Management Extension logs are located over here. Program data, Microsoft Intune Management Extension logs, right? In the
Yeah.
logs,
Intune
you would
Management
be
Extension or IME comes into play if you deploy PowerShell scripts or Win32 apps from Intune. Then it uses IME to install and do all that stuff.
so there are few logs which are very useful over here. All the logs are useful, but I said very useful. Right? But Intune Management Extension, that is the main log for the application deployment, etc. You can open it with Notepad if you want. Like probably your Intune
CM
managed
trace.
PC. Yeah, if you are Intune managed PC and you don't have co-management, then probably Notepad is the only way. Otherwise, I don't know whether from a license perspective it is allowed. I think it is allowed to use mm, CM trace, but I don't know. I'm not a license expert, so not going to comment on that. Uh, so let's open this with our favorite tool in this scenario, CM trace, and let's see what are the things over here. One of the interesting stuff is CM trace provides all the real time logging and all those information, right? So it is taking some time, maybe because
Well, it
it is,
doesn't have a lot of information. There's only one KB in there.
yeah, that
So
is why.
pull up a different log.
Let's try this.
Hmm.
Nothing over here. That is why.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thing I have not deployed any. Oh, okay. There are some backup things, right?
Right.
Backup logs. If you want to look, you can look into. Let's open that.
Hmm.
So, okay. So this is one log, agent executor log. That is basically where you can see all these details related to the PowerShell command, PowerShell scripts you are going to, it is going to run, etc. Right?
Hmm.
From this log file, you can get some information such as, oh, how to, if you are not familiar with PowerShell like me, right? I'm not very fond of commandlets or scripting, etc. Right? I'm a UI person, so you can see no profile, how to use these parameters, and you will get an idea what is going on, and it would be useful for your troubleshooting. You can see Winget and all the details over here. Right? So this is one of the log file which you can look into, right? Specifically for PowerShell script deployment, etc., etc. And for the Win32 application or .intune Win32 Intune, yeah, .intune. I forgot the extension name of the application. The
Hmm.
zip uh, Intune Win. I think. Let's settle down with that. Okay, so this is the log where you can see what is happening from a client side of it if you deploy Intune Win32 application, right? And this is where you are going to find out all the details, right? What is going wrong if you have some trouble,
Yeah.
right?
Like
What is
applications
the
that you're
exact
pushing out
error
and things like that,
yeah,
and
it
scripts
is
and.
it is going through the prerequisite checks, etc.,
Mhm.
etc. Right. So this is also another useful log file, very useful log file in this what do you call, in this particular context. And the other
Yep.
interesting one is client health. So there's a client health self healing kind of thing for IME. Yeah, that I think it is very basic. There are very basic steps. Client checks are being observed or
Checked.
checked over here with this
Hmm.
particular particular framework, I would say. And I think probably there are a lot of things we can or the Microsoft might add in the future. I don't know, but I'm just assuming. um, so yeah, don't compare this with SCM or configuration manager, client health health eval tool, etc., etc. Right? This is not at that level at the moment, but as you know, Intune is kind of producing new stuff every week or at least every month, etc., etc.
Exactly.
Right? So
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. So yeah, so you can get
covered a lot.
yeah. Obviously, at the end of the day, you have various places or various ways to get the logs and event information. So you can also, like I said, generate this from Intune itself. Under each particular device, you can go in and say, "Hey, collect logs" or something like that. So we just wanted to show you, like, hey, in case you're wondering, where the heck are the logs for Intune managed devices and stuff like that? We just showed you. So we didn't get into any particular details or deep dive or troubleshooting. This is just a high level. Here's what it is. Here's where it is. So good job, man. That's awesome. So all right, I
Good,
think
good.
that calls this episode. Um, so until next time.
Don't forget to share, subscribe, like, or share it again.
Yeah, yeah. Spread the word, man. Spread the
Yeah.
word. So yeah, you know where to find us.
And
Namaste.
namaste.